What is digital reputation and how to manage it? Guide 2021. Read the new Reputation UP guide and find out what the digital reputation of a person or a company is, how to manage it, to avoid a crisis. Guide 2021. What is digital reputation? Digital reputation is the perception that others have of your or your brand. The online reputation of a company or service is built thanks to the experience of the user, and therefore it may or may not affect the purchase decision. A bad digital reputation can influence not only your company, brand or service, but also, in the worst case, your friendships, family and close circle. Therefore, digital reputation management assumes its significant value for business success. 97% of entrepreneurs say that reputation management is the key to success. How to improve your digital reputation? As previously mentioned, digital reputation is of utmost importance. It is not built just by you or your brand, but most of it is built by outsiders, that is, the online consumers. Building a good corporate image can take years even, while a negative image can happen at the speed of light. Therefore, a bad image can notably affect your brand in the business sector and its financial reputation. When faced with a management crisis, we advise you to take into account, know your audience. Monitor social networks. Define a strategy. Create content. To achieve this, you must have professionals such as ReputationUP, which removes any negative content on the web and protects the online reputation of companies, entrepreneurs, etc. How to take care of our digital reputation? A respectable digital reputation is not only evident in the present, but in the acts of the past, therefore taking care of it is a priority. There are different ways to take care of it. The most effective way to have a good digital reputation is to lean on experts. Checking the reputation of your phone number has become an important factor in digital reputation. Maintaining good content generates a relationship of trust with the user. For this reason, it is best to use official sources, data, statistics, etc. Respond as soon as possible to negative comments from a user regarding your product or service, in order to solve any situation. Having a plan helps that reputation management to meet the objectives set. Improving your reputation on social networks is a primary process, since most users use them to generate reviews. How to make a digital reputation plan? Carrying out a digital reputation plan requires time and dedication, but above all, professionalism. Hence the importance of having specialists like ReputationUP. A trained team is the first step to digital success. It deals with all the phases of online reputation management: cleaning, monitoring, protection and improvement. A good reputation plan is handled in the following order. Reputation cleaning. It begins with eliminating any defamatory content from the entire network. Reputation monitoring. Through the ReputationUP software, you can control what is said about you or your brand on the web. Reputation improvement. The aim is to create content that gives strength to your brand, meaning positive and official content to generate traffic and be in the top positions of Google. Digital reputation in companies. The digital reputation of a company generates the trust of network users. In other words, if a company has a bad reputation, it risks losing sales and even going bankrupt. You just have to put yourself in the position of a future customer. The first thing you do before buying anything is checking what people think of the product or service. Thus, you go to Google, and if it has a negative review, it is likely that it generates little reliability and you decide not to buy it. How many negative reviews does the customer need to decide not to purchase that product or service? Companies risk losing up to 22% of customers because they are not willing to buy a product if they find a negative review on Google's first page. If 3 negative reviews appear in a search query, the potential for customer loss increases to 59.2%. How to manage a brand's digital reputation from the start. Corporate identity is the beginning of digital reputation. Working on the brand image is the first step for network users to identify you. The mission, vision and values are the basic philosophy of corporate reputation. Once the identity is known, the next step is the management of the digital reputation. We know that reputation comes from third parties, that is, from what others say about us or our brand. So basically, digital reputation management is knowing how the public relates to your product or service and making a strategy. A good management plan has 3 important steps: listening, chatting and measuring. Listening: who is talking about my brand, why and on what platforms? In addition to investigating the general public, we must also do it with the competition, to know what they think of themselves, others and how they interact with the customers. Chat is the planning stage of the web presence. That is, chatting does not only mean a synchronous interaction, it also means asynchronous, namely articles of interests, blogs, etc. Social networks are the main door to digital traffic. They generate interrelation through the opinions of users. Which means that any person can talk about our brand. Consequently, constant monitoring must be carried out to know the activity on digital platforms. Monitoring: once the management plan has been implemented, one might think that the digital reputation work has been completed. The next step is one of the most complex, because we must evaluate and monitor to compare the goals with the results. ReputationUP monitors in real time what is said online about your personal brand or your company, calculates the sentiment of conversations and intercepts any reputational crisis. How to have a good digital reputation? Having a good digital reputation is the secret to success of any company or business. For this reason, knowing how to act in a moment of crisis is a task that requires intelligence and tact. Therefore, you must work on it every day. We give you 5 tips that we consider a priority so that you can enjoy a good digital reputation. Being careful of your website content not only means that you follow the steps for an impeccable SEO, but also that you update those who follow you. Use several information channels. This will help you increase the trustworthiness of your brand. Measure your reputation. It is important that you know what people think of your service or product. Delete or deindex any URL that could harm you. This is a process that can only be in the hands of professionals like ReputationUP. Monitor the networks and the website in general, with the aim of responding in time in a moment of crisis. Consequences of having a bad digital reputation: there are many factors that risk the digital reputation of a company. If we take the path of a bad reputation for reasons external to the company such as identity theft, the National Crime Agency (NCA) finds that the impact of fraud and related offenses such as market abuse and counterfeiting can be devastating, which can generate confusion for the users of the original websites, getting their identity and personal data stolen in exchange for financial gain. This can cause a financial crisis, due to possible loss of customers and sales, for fear of being scammed. As we have mentioned throughout the article, social networks are a tool that can help achieve fame and success, but also rejection and complaints. For this reason, its misuse can lead to a brand failure. A consequence of this is that the negative reviews of your product or service from different users can generate a bad reputation and significantly lower your sales. If there is a bad review on the search engine, you lose credibility. If you don't generate trustworthiness, then you will lose potential clients and, sadly, those who have already been loyal. Digital reputational crisis: faced with a digital reputational crisis, we must be a step ahead, meaning that we need to know what to do in the face of any negative review or action that can harm us. How to act when a digital crisis hits. In order to manage it in the best way possible, you can count on professionals like ReputationUP, since it has all the methods for improving digital reputation. To achieve this, it takes the following steps: perform a reputational risk analysis, to find out about the risks associated with personal and business initiatives in advance. How does it work? The ReputationUP monitoring tool measures, on a scale of 1 to 100, your current or future reputational risk in relation to a personal or business initiative. Develop a plan. Always think about the best strategy so that you do not lose customers or sales. After the analysis, you will be able to take the necessary measures to get out of a crisis. Create content, with the aim that the negative comments are not relevant, just the positive ones. Remove harmful content. In many cases, there are negative reviews that can bankrupt your business or create a major libel problem. Monitor the web. By using software, ReputationUP can analyze keywords, hashtags, social networks, competitors, influencers and buyers linked to your name or brand. Conclusions: through this article, we have learned what digital reputation is, and its importance. Therefore, we can conclude that digital reputation is the perception that others have of you or your brand. A good management assumes significant value for a company to be successful. Building a good corporate image can take years, while a negative image can be produced at the speed of light. Social networks can contribute to a good reputation or, on the contrary, destroy it. The digital reputation of a company causes the users to trust it. Reputation UP has all the tools necessary to improve your digital reputation.